Hey everybody, welcome back to my channel. If you're new, I'm Chris Gibson and I am your skincare expert, and I am here to help you get your best skin ever. And on this channel, we talk about everything. We talk about skincare products, skincare reviews, problems, we solve them, just anything skincare. So if that's your thing, please do me a big favor and subscribe and hit the little notification bell so that you know when I have new videos up each week. Okay, so for those of you who follow me, you can tell that I did some house cleaning and got rid of a bunch of books. Actually, I didn't get rid of them, I just moved them, but I kind of wanted to straighten this mess out behind me because it's a little distracting. So I decided to kind of move things around. So I hope you like the background a little bit better now. It's got my book up there and some other things. And yeah, so starting off this year with a little bit more organization, which I guess is really good for me because I am the worst at being organized. Now, you know, I think that skincare is supposed to be as simple as it is effective. And you all know that there are some crazy people out there with some crazy ass routines. Think about what Vogue just released with Riverdales Madelaine Petsch 38-step beauty routine, which I watched the entire 17 minutes of. Yes, I did. I actually watched the whole thing. And I love Madelaine. She's a beautiful lady, but God almighty, 38 steps. When do you sleep? Maybe I should do a reaction video to that video. You guys have been asking me for one, so yeah, maybe this will be the one that I do. If you want me to do a reaction video to this 38-step skincare beauty routine, just say so in the comments below and I'll think about it. Now, when you consider all things for her, I guess she really has the genetics and the time and of course the money to do all of those things. But I'm gonna give you my 4 skincare super rules or steps that are gonna give you a solid way to have a skincare routine that beautifies your skin, is super healthy, doesn't cost you a fortune, and well, it works. So rule number 1 is every evening skin cleansing. And by that I mean we wanna cleanse the skin every evening before we go to bed. Now, you need to choose your cleanser carefully here. I always recommend glycerin or sorbitol-based cleansers because they don't have sulfates in them and they clean very well without over drying and stripping the skin of all of its natural oil. It's something you don't want to do that. And I'll tell you why in just a second. What you want to look for are products that have borage oil, olive oil, avocado oil, any sort of natural oil. Coconut is a really popular oil that's going to help cleanse the skin but also leave it pH balanced and somewhat hydrated. If your skin feels super stupid dry after you use a cleanser, you need to change your cleanser. It's just telling you that it's too harsh and it's too stringent for your particular skin. So sometimes you have to try several. I know that's how it is for me. And the same thing is true even if you have acne prone skin, which I have. You want to make sure you're using a cleanser that is not too harsh. A lot of acne products that are labeled for cleansing have a lot of salicylic acid in them. They also often have alcohol in them, and they're too astringent for the skin, or at least for most people's skin, because when you have acne breakouts, your skin is sensitive. So it's one of those things that you want to look at and make sure also that there are no mineral oil or petroleum distillates or any of those things in the product label. If there are, you need to walk away. Now, the reason that I have this step as an every evening step rather than the morning step is that cleaning your skin or cleansing your skin prior to applying the products before you go to bed gives your skin a chance to really receive the benefit of the overnight skin repair cycle. Skin repairs itself very quickly while you're sleeping, so we want to set the skin up for the best repair cycle that it can get. So that's why every evening. You can cleanse in the morning, a lot of people do, and that's fine, but you just make sure that that cleansing step is in there the evening, especially for you ladies who don't like to take your makeup off. Big no-no, gotta take that makeup off, gotta cleanse that skin. All right, so following that is step number 2, and that has to do with toners and essence sprays. And you guys that follow me know I am not a fan of toners. Most commercial toners, even in some of the high-end brands, have alcohol in them and it's just simply too drying. It upsets the pH balance of the skin and oftentimes causes a lot more problems than it can fix. So I am a fan of essence sprays. But no matter which one you choose, make sure that you get them that do not have any alcohol in them. There are a lot of great products that are water-based now. Drunk Elephant has one. Neutrogena has Hydro Boost. That's a really, really great product that I've tested and done videos on this channel about. There is a myriad of those out there just make sure they're water-based and they're oil-free. If you can find toners like that, and I'll put some links to some in the video description box along with all the product or all the steps that I talk about today, so you can take a look at some of those. But you definitely want to keep alcohol and oil off the skin, out of a toner. I love the Korean style essence sprays. That's what I use. They're great, grab and go. You take them with you, spray when you need them to keep the skin hydrated. So that's what we want, hydration and balance. So we need to make sure if we're using a toner that that's what's happening. All right, so moving right along to rule number 3, which is moisturize, moisturize, moisturize. And I cannot believe this step is so important. It just amazes me how many people skip it. And a lot of people skip it because they don't think they really need to add moisturizer, or it's too much for them, or they've probably been using the wrong one and maybe it makes their skin too greasy. You need to moisturize. Moisturization is such an important step because what it does is it helps protect the skin, hydrate the skin, and balance the skin for the duration of hours in the day or night when you're applying it. So it's a mouthful I just said, but it really makes a big difference. I have acne clients that come to me and we start them on a moisturizer and boom, their breakouts subside. And the reason for that is the moisturizer balances the skin. All right, the moisturizer balances the skin and it keeps the oil glands from producing excess oil. So if you have oily skin, acne prone skin, a good water-based moisturizer, one that has no oil in it, again, check your label and your ingredients, is going to be a huge boon for your skin. Very, very important. If you have dry or combination skin, you can choose moisturizers that have maruca oil in them, olive oil in them, apricot, soybean, any of the green oils that really go and nourish the skin. Those are perfectly fine. When you have dry skin, you need that little extra moisturization and a little protection that you don't get from the water-based. So water-based for oily skin, oil-based or oil ingredient-based moisturizers are really great for your skin. Now it's important to note here in moisturizers, the oils that you don't want are mineral oil or any petroleum products or waxes in your moisturizer. And the reason for that is we don't want to put anything on the skin that's going to be greasy or shiny and not be absorbed. And also those particular product ingredients can and often do clog your pores. So no on the mineral oil. Just check your labels like I always suggest you do and you're going to be just fine. All right, so rule number 4, guess what that is? Sun protection. This is so important. You've done all of this work to get your skin healthy and bright and beautiful looking. You want to protect it from the sun. Now you only need to use an SPF 15. A naturally based SPF is best. Again, I'll put links to that in the video description box, but those are products that contain things like zinc, dimethicone to help reflect the sun without absorbing down into the skin and getting into your bloodstream. So very important though, and you ladies who use foundations that have SPF in them, because I get this question a lot, doesn't matter. You still need to apply that layer of SPF 15 because foundations wipe off, they wear off, you have to be reapplied. You want that protection on your skin all the time. And if you're using an SPF before you do your makeup or your cosmetics, guess what? You're going to be much more likely to put it on your ears, your neck, your chest, to put it in those areas so that all of those areas get the sun protection that they need to have. Now, you don't need to go above an SPF 15. 30s and 50s, 30 max ever, but 50 is too greasy. It sits on the outside of the skin. It can be very irritating if you get it in your eyes. It just doesn't work well with cosmetics or foundations. So 15 is perfectly fine. Just make sure you apply it every single day. I hope you found this video helpful. I know it's not super long, but I do have other videos that I'll put right over here on 6 steps to get your perfect skincare routine. I highly recommend you check that out. If you haven't, you'll also get your skin type. And a link to that will also be in the video description box. I thank you so much for watching. Stay beautiful, and I will see you over on the next one.